Hi, Margaret. Hi, ladies. Thanks for joining me. I'm Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampinggala.com. Today is March 8th, 2023, and I am using the Full of Love stamp set. So this is the stamp set I'm going to be using today. I really, really like this set, and I love how these cards turned out. But before I do that, I do want to show you this month's Create a la carte. As you know, this is a subscription-based class, and you can subscribe on my blog at stampinggala.com. And this is a class that you subscribe to and you can drop at any time. It always includes 5 cards, and this where I focus on a single bundle. And this month I'm focusing on the Playing in the Rain bundle. So let me show you the cards. This is the first one. I usually do 4 cards in a 3D item. Here's the second, the third, and the fourth. And if you notice anything different this time, I'm doing all different colors. And then I have this cute little box, and it has these bunny chocolates in it. So these are the cards and the projects. It includes the PDF as well, and it will include DSP, a half a package of that, and a full package of the gemstones. Right here you can see some of them. They're really pretty. So anyway, if you're interested in this, you want to make sure that you subscribe by the 15th. And again, you can subscribe on my blog under the Create a la carte tab. And at any time you can cancel. It will be billed through PayPal automatically once that you subscribe. Okay, so anyway, again, here are the cards that we're making today, the projects. Now, I may be having a problem with this broadcast. It may not be recording. As I got on, it said my memory was full, my storage was full. So I don't know if this is going to record. I did delete one video to get this recorded, but I don't know if it's working. So I may be doing this again tomorrow just to make sure that we get these projects recorded. So anyway, again, I'm using the Full of Love stamp set, and I'm using Stampin' Blend markers today. So let me get these out of the way, and I'm going to show you this card first. And I just love it. The colors that I'm using are the Melon Mambo, the Granny Apple Green, and Polished Pink. And Polished Pink is an in color that's going to be going out. So if you're interested in any in colors from I think it's 2021 to 2023, you want to get them now. And that includes cardstock, ink, markers, any of the in color products, because they will be gone. No, it does not include the stamps, because what I do is I only charge $42, and that includes the make and takes and about $20 in product, plus the PDF. Okay, so here we go. First of all, this is 11 by 4 1/4. It's Melon Mambo, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So we're just going to use a bone folder and fold that over. Then I have a piece of Polished Pink, and I believe this is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. I also have a piece of DSP, and this is Melon Mambo, and this is 1 1/2 by 3 1/2. So we're going to put this on the bottom portion of the cardstock. Okay. And you can really use any DSP that you have that's coordinating. I think this is pretty together. Okay, and I just have that. And you want to just make certain that the border is the same all the way around. Then what I did here is I took a piece of basic white cardstock, and this is 3 1/2, and I cut it at 3 1/2 by 4. And then what I did, if you don't have these, you want to get them. I don't know why I waited so long to use these, but what I did was I took this die right here. Let me show you. I use this throughout this set, and I just put it on the cardstock like that and ran it through to get the shape there. And then I embossed it with the Time Worn Type embossing folder, so it has some texture on there. Okay, so we're going to use some dimensionals to put this on the that piece of cardstock. And I am putting one right here too, so that doesn't sink for me. And I'll do, I like to have lots of dimensionals so they stay up. Hey, Melissa, you did get your gift that I sent you, right? This die set, Margaret, is from, it's called Around the Bend. A-R-O-U-N-D, Around the Bend. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. And it covers right where the DSP stops. Okay, so we're going to put this on the card base. My glue is coming out great today because I took all the glue bottles upstairs and I cleaned out the nozzles. And it works out great then. Okay, so let me see. We have this. That looks straight. Okay. All right, so we're going to do some stamping and some coloring. So I'm going to use this stamp right here. Let me show you it. This one right here. I'm going to actually stamp it twice. One full, and then one I'm going to get a portion of that. Hey, Nancy. Oh, Janice, because I had to end my broadcast, and I don't even know if this is being recorded. So I hope it is. Okay, so we're going to put this right here in the center, and I want to make sure I get a full stamp. Perfect. And while I have it, I'm going to stamp the envelope portion only right here because we're going to cut that out. Perfect. Okay, so let's do some coloring. And I'm using the Granny Apple Green Light and Dark and the Melon Mambo Light and Dark and the Polished Pink Light and Dark. Okay, so I'm going to take the dark, and I like to use the small end. Hi, everyone. Hi, Cheryl and Kathleen and Nancy. Okay, so I'm going to just outline the flower. I'm doing lots of coloring today, so I hope you guys like coloring. Just like that. To me, I find it therapeutic. All right, and then I have one more over here, the same type of flower. All right. Always make sure when you put your cap back on, it snaps so it doesn't dry out. Then I have the light Melon Mambo, and I'm just going to color it in. And then that gives the shading, a little bit of shading and definition. You'll see how pretty it looks when it's done. I love working with these markers. Makes you feel like an artist. Okay, see what I mean? Okay, so let me jump over to the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to start with the Granny Apple Green Dark, and I'm going to do the same thing with these leaves. I hope this does stay on YouTube and doesn't um, leave YouTube, so I don't have to do this again, but I'm not sure. This is the first time I saw that message. Okay, put the line in the middle. Thanks, Dorothy. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to take the light Granny Apple Green and do the same thing. Color this in, and I'll give it some definition. Now the difference between these markers and the Stampin' Write markers, the thinner markers, those are water-based. And those they don't shade as well, they don't blend as well, but you can color right on the stamps with them, which is a nice feature too. They just serve two different purposes. And those are sold in a pack of the whole color family, like the Brights, the Regals, and so on. You can just blend it a little bit. Okay, let me show you this now. All right, and also if you're joining me for the first time, make sure you let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. Okay, I'm using the light polished pink now, and what I'm doing is these little flowers here. I'm doing the whole flower in petal or polished pink, not petal pink. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with it afterwards. I think it looks really cute. They look like kind of just like little baby tulips or even, just like a filler plant. All right, so I'm taking the dark polished pink, and all I'm doing is coloring the bottom of it, adding some color on the bottom. Oop, I missed one right here. Okay. And then I'm adding a little bit of color on the bottom. So you can see it's kind of like two-tone. All right, and now I'm going to go for the other flowers here, and I'm taking the light polished pink. Now, ladies, if you want these make and takes, all you have to do is place an order by Saturday using the host code here. Oops, it's covered up. This host code, and I have it correct this week. And a minimum order of $40, and I'll send you these make and takes in the mail. Now, if your order is over, many times people order a whole lot and it's over 150, don't use the host code. I'll still send you the make and takes, but you take the hostess credit for your order. Okay, so the dark polished pink now. So I'm just going to add some color in here in the center. And then I'm going to bring back the light polished pink and blend it. And we're almost done with this, believe it or not. I love the colors on this. I'm just kind of pulling it out with the light one. So it's not, you don't see a definite line where it ends. Okay, let me show you it again. This is what it looks like. All right, and then we're going to do the small little leaves here. And I'm using light granny apple green for that. The box that we're making today is adorable. It's not a typical box, and when you see the inside, you'll love it. Okay, so we have this done. Now I could just go ahead and color the envelope in the center, but instead what I'm going to do is take the light granny apple green, and I'm just going to kind of dot it on the postage stamp, because there's not much room to color it in. So I'm just adding a little bit of color there. And then I'm taking the Melon Mambo Dark, and I'm going to color in the heart. See? All right. So now I'm just going to take the scissors and fussy cut this. Okay. So this is garbage. I have a scallop circle in the granny apple green. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in, let me get the die cut. I'm using the Stylish Shapes. I'm going to die cut this right here. Pull this in. Okay, so I have this. We're going to put this together. And just a little bit will peek out the sides. You'll see what I mean. Just a tiny bit, but enough to make a difference. Okay. I'm going to bring this back in, and this is going to go up on dimensionals. I'm trying to be neater in my craft room, putting things back in the spots, because this week I lost 3 dies. I did find 2 of them, but Oh my gosh, I was stressing over them. So if I put things away when I use them, maybe I won't lose stuff. All right, so we have that on there just like that. We're going to take this little envelope that we just cut out. The DSP is just, it is the bright DSP. I will have all of this listed on my blog later tonight. So we're going to just put this up so it's elevated. See what I mean? And then okay, what did I do with my diamonds? I got to grab some more. I thought I had them here, but I guess I didn't. Okay, I'm just using the small rhinestone gems. So I'm going to put them on the center of the flowers. And the bling just adds a little bit of sparkle. Okay, and then we're going to take this. This is Parakeet Party, and we're just going to tie a little bow and attach it with a glue dot. No, Terry, I did not. It's just certain colors look better, and this being one of them. Kathy, I'm using the full of love stamp set. I'll show it to you in just a second. Trim this off. Yeah, when you use more pastel colors, it just doesn't show up as well. And they're just as pretty, but the camera doesn't pick it up well. Using the same phone, same camera, everything. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. Okay, see that? All right, so now we have the inside to work with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it. So let me see if this is pretty straight. It needs to go up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to stamp on this one. Hope I get this straight. Let me see again. Yeah, that's better. All right, I'm stamping this towards the bottom. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper again. And I'm going to stamp the envelope. I'm going to color it the exact same way as I did the front, outlining the postage stamp with the light granny apple green, and the dark melon mambo. This is one of my favorite colors. I don't know why I don't use it more often. Linda, I've been doing it for a long time. I can practically do them in my sleep. In fact, my friend is doing a craft show next weekend. She's on my team. I'm doing all her bows for her, so she doesn't have to worry about it. And we have a lot of bows to do. It's funny, my neighbor girls next door, I might have mentioned them before. There's triplet girls next door, and one of them was working at a fudge shop, a chocolate shop in downtown here. And anyway, a bride came in there and wanted some favors, and she wanted bows on the boxes. And oh my gosh, I think I was going to put that on an angle, but I don't know if I like it like that. Um, I should have stamped it on the top. Let me do that again. I like it better up there. Anyway, she goes, "Oh, my neighbor will do them all for you." I didn't even know this lady. Okay, so we're going to do it this way. And then I'm going to put this right here. Okay. Thank you. I love bows on everything, so it makes a huge difference, I think. Okay, just put this right here. And we'll glue this together. I'm using Nouveau glue, and I love it. Only thing is you have to, when you're not using it, make sure you put the cap on it. But the thing is, you can, like today, I have like 4 of them going right now. And one of my followers that's on here now, Cheryl A, you see her on here. She sent me a bottle. I thought that was so sweet of her. And they're not cheap. So anyway, you can clean out the top, just comes off right here. So it comes off like that. And I just take it upstairs to my kitchen sink and clean it out. Take a straight pin, and then they're good to go. Because I sometimes forget to, put the cap back on. It's my own fault. Okay, so it's Celine, the Celine Craft Show. Ooh, I almost messed that up. Okay, so this is going to go in here. I really like how that looks. It's the Spring Celine Craft Show. Vicki, just a couple more weeks. Okay, what do you think? Do you like it? There you go. Remember, if you want these make and takes, here is the host code to get them. Okay, so the second card, I think might be my favorite. See how pretty this is? All right, so now let me pull this in and I'll show you what we're doing here. Oops. Okay, so this is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to just fold this over. All right. So we have here a piece of polished pink cardstock, and this one is also in that same DSP pack of brights. This is the Melon Mambo, and this is the stripe. It also has a floral on the back, but I like the stripe. So we're going to glue this down. Hey, Jeannie, haven't seen you in a while. That's funny, Tina. I love this Melon Mambo, and I don't think it's being discontinued. So I'm glad. Okay, so this time I used the same die pack here around the bend. See that here it is. And I always, a little tip for you, I always put the number of dies in here. So if when I go to put this away, if I count them up, make sure they're all there. And if one's missing, I don't throw the trash out until I find that die. Okay, this time I'm using this one. And I took a piece of basic white cardstock that was 3.5, no, I'm sorry, let me see, 4.5 by 3.25. And then I took this die and put it on there like that. So I have like a curve. And then I embossed it with the Time Worn Type embossing folder. So this is going to go up on dimensionals. So ladies, if you're looking for a fun hobby and want to save on your craft supplies, I'd love to have you on my team. We have hobby demonstrators on my team as well that just receive a discount on their crafting supplies through Stampin' Up. It only costs $99 to get started, and you can choose $125 worth of product. And I was thrilled today because one of my team members was in Florida, and she met up with one of the other team members who happens to be on this call or this video right now. I want to move this up some. And they had met for lunch. So it's really cool that you meet people all over the United States and all over the world, actually, if you take it as a business. So I was excited about that. Okay, so this goes on just like this. Okay, so we're going to glue this on. So we have a fun team. So if you're ever interested in joining Stampin' Up! As a hobbyist or a business builder, I would love to have you on my team. Oh, Susan, I love them. But I'm trying to force myself to use other ones instead of just my favorites. Okay, so now I just have a piece of scrap paper or scrap basic white. Yes, Jeannie, she did meet Margaret. And now Margaret's coming to our event in October. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this on here. I hope I have enough room. Otherwise, I'll have to redo it. I'm using Melon Mambo and Polished Pink. Okay, perfect. Because it's going to be fussy cut. Okay, so let me go ahead and color this. And this is, again, Melon Mambo. And this one will go faster because there's less flowers. So we get to see the new catalog March 29th. And we'll be on the cruise then. Oh, and oh my gosh, my travel agent that works with me on setting up my cruises for my paper crafting cruises, I'm excited because I wanted to do the Southern Caribbean, and she found one, and it looks like it's going to be in February, and I'm just waiting to hear back from her because I asked if the next date was available because it was a little less expensive for the same cruise. So Royal Caribbean hasn't gotten back to her yet. The event in October is my Christmas retreat, and it is in Findlay, Ohio. And I'm going to be sending the registration out, or publishing the registration, just before I go on the cruise, hopefully. And anyway, we make 20 projects. All you have to bring is adhesives. I publish what we're going to be making after, not now, because I don't even know what it's going to be until we get the catalog. And if you want to bring your own stamp sets, you can, but it's not necessary because I have it all there for you. And it's at the Hilton Garden Inn in Findlay, Ohio. And it is a lot of fun. A lot of the ladies on this call have been several times. And it's amazing because this time I'm hearing from people that I never heard from. And they want to come, and they're already making their hotel reservations. So I know it's going to sell out early. I am not, Vicki, I am not doing it in March. I know that for sure. Right now, the dates are either, and this is tentative, either March 24th or March 10th, I believe. And it's on Symphony of the Seas, the big ship. So that should be a lot of fun. This time I'm just going like half the leaf right here. She had some other ones, but to go to the Southern Caribbean, a lot of times you got to fly into Puerto Rico, and I didn't want to do that. Yes, it'll be February. I don't know what I said, Vicki. Okay. Oh, and I gotta do this. I remember last year, Susie, you were worried about coming, about driving by yourself, and now you don't want to miss it. Last time we had 17 states plus Canada, and I expect that we'll have that or more this time. Okay, so I forgot this little thing here, so I got to add that in. Oop, that's the dark one. Yep, I don't want the dark. It's amazing. Last year I even got my sister to go, and she loved it. And she's going again this year. It's shocking. Oh, that's good, Susie. Okay, so I'm just blending this. We have lots of fun. I do lots of giveaways, and lots of door prizes. And if the room is available Friday night, I do a bingo. And we had so many prizes last time. We had probably, I don't know, maybe 80 prizes. I'm not sure. Okay, so one last thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take the dark melon mambo, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add some dots on here. To kind of just decorate the envelope. There. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is fussy cut this. So it doesn't take long. It just takes a little bit of patience. And I think it's worth it in the end. This is the easy part. And I usually just turn my paper, not my scissors. I could go a little faster, but I don't want to mess up. I did go deeper in there. I'm going to come back and get that. And then I used, let me see, what is it called? Full basket, the full basket dies. And I used one of the leafy pieces, a couple of them, to cut out some granny apple green leaves. And we're going to add that to this as well. And if you don't want to die cut this, you can always just stamp it on a square and then just leave it on that. You don't have to fussy cut this if you're not into fussy cutting, or if you have a hard time with it. In fact, I debated about doing it myself. Okay, so now this is going to go up on dimensionals. Doesn't that look pretty? I hope I don't have to redo it as well. I don't know anyone to attend. What do you mean, Bonnie? You don't need to know anybody to if you're talking about the event. You don't need anybody. You'll meet friends there. Oh, and look at Tina. She's taking care of me. Shelly, I was just thinking about you, wondering how you're doing. Okay, so this is going to go on right here, just like this. All right, and then, you know what? I might move it over just a tiny bit. I notice it's over. Yeah, like this. Okay, and then I ran some, let me show you which ones I used. I used this die pack. I die cut these leaves right here and these little pieces of, it's like foliage. Okay, so I have them here and I'm just going to pop them out. I left them on here so I wouldn't lose them. Okay, come on. Okay, so let me get this and glue this. I'm going to put some glue behind here. So I'm going to have this one coming down a little bit. So it's going to go right here, and this one on the side here. Hey, Margaret. It was good to talk to you the other day. All right, and then with the leaves, I'm going to add a few different leaves on here. No need to be shy, Bonnie, because you will meet a lot of people. And it's a nice hotel. It's the Hilton Garden Inn, and they love having us there. They really cater to us, and they consistently rate in the top 10 of the Hilton Garden Inns in the United States. So it's really, really nice. I don't like that there. Let me see. Oops. Okay. So far, so good. And then we're going to stamp hello there. Yes. And I'm going to cheat and use an old punch just to get it straight. You can use just another die that you might have, but I wanted this size. So I'm cheating. And we're going to put some dimensionals on this side. Yeah, this side. And then I'll put a little bit of glue on the other side. Nancy, I don't have the price yet because last year it was $225, but they're raising the price of food on me a little bit. And as you guys know, the food has all over been, going out the roof. So I'm anticipating it won't be any higher than $250. And that includes all the projects. I know somebody that did an event here in Michigan just 2 weekends ago. They didn't have make and takes at all. It was just a crop, and they charged, I think it was $275. I couldn't believe it. I said to my friend who went to it, "Wow, that's really expensive." She goes, "I know." With no projects. And it includes breakfast if you stay at the hotel, and lunch, dinners on your own. No, we do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, if the room is available, and we do a bingo that night. Okay, so I tied a bow. I'm putting it on there. I'm going to grab some bling and put this on here. Okay, so far so good. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then what I'm going to do on the inside. Okay, I'm just going to grab some DSP. going to put this on here. All right. And that is just the Melon Mambo. Oh, let me make sure I have the right. Yeah, I have the right one. Trim this off. Which card do you ladies like the best? The first or the second? I personally like the second. October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some baker's twine. Might have to cheat on this. We'll see in a second. I think I did it pretty well. Okay, and just move it down so it's even with that. Trim it a little bit more. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. Okay, so here is your second card. There you go. I think it's so cute. I love the envelope and I love it on an angle and cut out. Okay, so the last project is this one right here. Can anybody guess what's inside? Okay, inside it opens up. It's like a pizza box, but it doesn't have a front here. See? And I have an insert that this just lays in here. So it's the, what do you call it? Hand sanitizer. So isn't that cute? So anyway, let me go ahead and get the pieces for this for you. Okay. So this one is 5 by 9.5, and it's scored on the 5-inch side at 1 1/4 and 3 3/4. And then you turn it and score it at 3.5, 4 3/4, and 8 1/4. Okay. Okay, so for this, we're going to trim here up to the intersecting score lines. And we're going to just add a sliver on here to turn this into a tab. Turn it over and do the same thing on this side. And this will be the bottom of the box. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to go here, here. Okay, so we have that. So this is going to be the top of the box. So we're going to put the glue on here, on the tabs. You know what? I'm going to trim this just a little bit more because I can feel it pulling. That's perfect now. Oh, way better than Tombow. Okay, and then this one we're going to do on this side. I like it because it doesn't come out in gobs like Tombow can. Another glue is Barely Glue, and that's good as well. Okay, so this is how the box is going to be, okay? So it kind of looks weird because this is open, all right? And that's done purposely. Okay, so then on the inside of the box, this is 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so we're gonna fold on the score lines. What is the name of what? I'm sorry. The glue? If you're talking about the glue, it's Nouveau. See, Nouveau. So this is scored at a 1/2 inch and 1 on all sides. Okay, so what I did was then I took the, let me see, Fabulous Frames, which is this set, and I took this oval and I cut the oval right in the center of this piece of cardstock. And I did it after I scored it so I could see exactly where the center is. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the 3 corners, the 3 squares out by just going like this. And this one will be a tab. See what I mean? Okay. Same thing over here. Turn it over and do the same thing on this side. And down here as well. Okay, so let me get this out of the way and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it looks like this. Okay, All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put this glue on this tab and then fold it in to form the corner. Same thing here. Now, ladies, if you share this video, I'm going to be giving away a prize on Sunday, and you can share it on Facebook or Pinterest. But please just make sure you share it because it helps me reach more people. And I'll see who shared it, and I'll give one person a nice gift. And it'll be at least a stamp set. Okay, so I have all these four corners. So now I'm just going to fold the long ones in, just like that. And I'm going to put some glue on the ends. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to fold this down, okay? And this. And I want to make sure it's pretty squared. There's no easy way to hold this to get it to stick. Just go to all the corners and make sure you have it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is this is going to slide in here. But see how that looks? I don't like that. So I'll show you how I fix that. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is just put glue on here, on the bottom, and then glue on 3 sides. The long ones, it's kind of weird, the 2 long sides, and one of the back side, okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to just slide it and drop it in there and put it in as far as it'll go, okay? And then you're just going to put your fingers in, press it down, press this together so it holds it, okay? But I don't like that. So what I did about that is I just took another piece of cardstock and I cut this like at 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fold it and get it in there. Does that make sense? There. So it's in, okay? So it looks better. You don't see that yucky stuff, okay? So now we're going to move on, and I'll show you how this will fit right in here, just like that. And oh, one other thing. Oop, on the front here, I didn't want it to be plain, so I just put some glue on here. I took a little piece of DSP and put that on there so it gives it a little bit of a finished look. Close that. Now we have a piece of polished pink and a piece of basic white that I embossed. So we're going to glue this together. And I just noticed I don't see my piece of DSP that I cut. Bye, Debbie. Thanks for your help today. Okay, so we're going to trim this. Okay. Well, what happened to that? So this is going to go on right here. Oh, before I do that, I got to hold on one second. I got to get the DSP. And this is just going to be 1 by 2. So this is going to go on here at the bottom. And I already have glue on that, so I'm going to have a hard time with it. I forgot I wrapped the ribbon around here. That's okay, we'll get it. As Jackson says, it happens. Okay. I'm going to wrap this and get a bow. Make sure it's not twisted. As you guys know, the hardest bows to tie are with the smallest pieces of ribbon, or the skinniest, like this in baker's twine. Okay, so I'm going to trim this off. Add some more glue. Once it dried up. I know I cut that piece of DSP, but I don't know where it's at. I want to make sure I have it going the right direction. Last year I gave, there's like so many helpers at Jackson's school for like in the loop where you pick up your kids. And so they all got these and they were so happy. They get our kids or grandkids safely in the car. So I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to stamp one more time, but we're doing it a little bit differently. So it's going to go right here. All right, we'll color it up real quickly and then we're about done. This won't take as long because I don't have to do anything with the envelope either. So during celebration, we added so many people up to our team. It was the most we ever added ever at one time in a month, I should say. I'm so excited because we have a great team, lots of fun people. Everybody's willing to help one another, and I love that. Okay, so we're going to color this in. Okay, so let's go with the light polished pink. It's always crazy when new colors are coming out, and polished pink is not a color that I used a lot. And now that it's going, it's like, why do they have to let it go? But they have to make room for more good stuff. I'm doing the same thing, adding a little bit of color on the bottom, the dark polished pink. Okay. I'm going to do the leaves in dark and light together. I just did a training at my house with some of the ladies on my team that want to build a business. Sandy was in town, and she's from Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania. And what's really neat is her son lives the next city over from me, and we didn't even, when we met on Facebook, we didn't know that. So it's nice and convenient because um, when they come to visit, she can come over my house and we do some training. And since she was coming, I had some of the local girls come, and it was so nice for people to meet up. And I hooked up my a large. I have a big screen TV in my basement in my craft room, and so I did the training on my computer, and they could see it right on the large screen. So it worked out really nicely. So if you'd like to join us sometime, we'd love to have you. Okay, so back to the light pink, and I'm going to be doing that again um, after the cruise sometime. We have room for more. Everybody brought their laptops, and it was just nice. Okay, almost done. All right, which one's the polished pink? This one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go like this and then blend it a little bit. Oh, Vicky, we did. We had a blast. It was so fun. And Sandy was so funny. She goes, "Oh, Julie, you're not going to believe this, but I got it this time. I got it." So it was good. It was well worth it. Okay, so what am I going to do with this? I'm going to take this die from the Stylish Shapes. It's the second largest circle. And I'm just going to die cut this portion of it. See, I didn't need the, got to get this out of the way. I was going to fussy cut this part again, but I decided not to. Okay, so we're going to cut this out. Nicole, you got to come to this event sometime. You would love it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. All right, and then I'm going to back it with a slightly larger granny apple green circle that is from the layering circle dies. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it on dimensionals. It'd be great if you could come and October. All right, so this is going to go right here. I'm going to stick a little gemstone on here. It is in Findlay, Ohio at the Hilton Garden Inn. There's already a room block for us, even though I haven't put out the registration yet for the paper crafting portion. So anyway, ladies, I hope you like these projects today. I think, if I do say so myself, I think they are pretty stunning. They are so pretty in person. I love the color. And again, if you want these sent to your home, make sure that you place an order using this host code by Saturday, a minimum order of $40, and I'll send you the make and takes. They will not be stamped. You would have to stamp them and color them yourself. It's against Stampin' Up's policy to do that. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed them. I enjoyed having you here, and I look forward to seeing you every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, and also share my video. Thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye.